ఆ ఆ ఇప్పుడేనా అప్పుడే కాదు.
Good evening, everyone. Let's wait for another 2 minutes. Let's start by 7:05.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. CR available? CR unda asalu?
Sir,
Both CRs.
sir, link open కావట్లేదు సార్.
లింక్ ఓపెన్ అవ్వట్లేదా?
అవును సార్.
మీరు డైరెక్ట్ గా జూమ్ యాప్ రెడీ పెట్టుకోండి మొబైల్ ఫోన్ లోపల. ఓకే, తర్వాత డోంట్ గో టు యాప్, డైరెక్ట్లీ జాయిన్ మీటింగ్ అని ఉంటుంది, దాని మీద క్లిక్ చేయండి, ఇంకేం క్లిక్ చేయకండి.
అయినా రావట్లేదు సార్, జూమ్ మీటింగ్ లింక్ సరిగ్గా ఓపెన్ కావట్లేదు.
అందరికి ఓపెన్ అయింది, ఎందుకు కాదు అప్పుడు? అదేం మొబైల్ అసలు? ఎవరికి ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది? ఏ ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది?
ఈ వాట్సాప్ లో ఏదైతే లింక్ పంపిస్తానో ఆ లింక్ ని డబుల్ క్లిక్ చేస్తే గనక డైరెక్ట్ గా ఓపెన్
ఐశ్వర్య
అయిపోతుంది. అది ఓపెన్ అయిపోవాలి. ఓపెన్ అవ్వట్లేదంటే ఏం ఎర్రర్ వస్తుంది? If it is not opening, what error you are facing?
అసలు లింక్ ఓపెన్ కావట్లేదు సార్.
అందరికి ఓపెన్ అయిన లింక్ ఓపెన్ కావట్లేదు అంటే వాళ్ళ దాంట్లో జూమ్ ఉందా అసలు?
ఉంది సార్.
ఆ?
ఉంది సార్.
జూమ్ లాగిన్ అయ్యి ఉందా?
లాగిన్ ఉంది సార్, లాగిన్ చేయడం కూడా రావట్లేదు.
మరి వచ్చేస్తున్నామా? డైరెక్ట్ వచ్చేయాలి అది.
డైరెక్ట్ వచ్చేస్తుంది యాక్చువల్ గా. యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నో ఎంతమంది ఆల్మోస్ట్ చూడండి, మీరు 30 మెంబర్స్ వరకు జాయిన్ అయిపోయారు. 30 జాయిన్ అయ్యారు ఇప్పటికి. If I remove myself and Chandrasekhar, around 28 students are already in this chat, in this group. A link, once you click on that link, it will ask for the registration, and once you are done with your registration, it will directly allow you to enter into this page. I could even able to see the registrations. If you observe the registrations around see, these many registrations happened. 36 registrations happened.
So next thing, it is also already automatical approval.
Yes.
So no
I have
one
given
is
today, I have given
approval.
automatic approval, so you can directly join into the Zoom. You don't need to log in your Zoom ID or anything. You can directly log in from your mobile as well.
Okay. Done. So let's start the
Let's
program.
start. Yeah, let's start. Almost
Yeah.
how many? Around
Done.
36. As of now, 36.
Yeah. 31, 32 we can see.
Yeah.
So removing us 2 members, 30 it is.
I think some people have tried to re-register also. That is the reason here it is showing it as 37, and in our group we could able to see this as around 33.
2.
Yeah, participants 33, and another 1, 2 are joining. Okay, let them join, but let's start our session. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Done.
Yeah, done. She's Lohita. She's trying to join twice. That's the reason here It is showing 37 and here it is count is showing some 35 something. Okay, yes. In today's class, we are going to discuss what is Power BI. In yesterday's class, we have discussed, right, what is Power BI, what is Power BI, and how visualizations we can make. Before making any visualizations or anything, first step we need to do is the data cleaning part. Okay, see, this is your attendance, yesterday's attendance. How data cleaning will be doing. You are able to see my screen. Shekhar, you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes, I can see the screen.
Yeah, okay, done.
Okay,
Yeah.
Excel sheet is available.
Yes, if you open this particular Excel sheet, I just want to show how data sometimes because of the typographic error, how we'll get different type of data. Yeah, someone is trying to join. No, everyone joined. See this. If you take this, and if you try to filter, over here, see here, someone has mentioned their roll number. Everyone mentioned their roll number, which is of around how many digits? It is of 33663. 9 plus 3, it's a 12-digit number. But if you see over here, someone has mentioned it only as a 9-digit number. This roll number is wrong, and this roll number, and someone has mentioned 101322240104. Okay, this is wrong. If you see your own data, whatever you have shared yesterday, in this you are finding some discrepancy in the data. We call this as discrepancy in the data. And if you take this degree and semester, this is of BBA fifth semester. Ideally, this is BBA fifth semester, but BBA fifth semester itself is written by different, how many different variations it's written. See, almost almost 33 different variations it's being written. Someone mentioned BBA fifth semester. So when we are having any data like this in data like this, when we get no, first step what we need to do is we need to clean the data, and we need to make data in such a way that it is very easy to make analysis. And in the same way, second step, if you take this knowledge in Excel, if you take knowledge in Excel, how many different combinations? Someone has mentioned had basic knowledge, has basic knowledge, managing Excel, MS Excel. Some has mentioned yes in one format, another in S in another format. My question is knowledge in Excel. Sometimes, if I mention over here, if I give my question in very specific way, yes or no, then you will give only yes or no, y or n. Right. So when we give our questionnaire to the participants, or when we are getting data also, we will try to ensure that I will get data in a clean format. Otherwise, next step what we need to do, I need to clean this data. Some wherever beginning means I can make this as some basic knowledge. Excel. Wherever Excel is there, I can mention, right, some basic knowledge like that. What I will do is I will categorize this into 3 or 4 categories. Then I will do a analysis. Okay, how many are there? This is 5th semester, right? And some are in 3rd year. Someone mentioned BBA 3rd year also. See, degree group and semester I have mentioned. Someone has mentioned 3rd year. 3rd year. Then next, BBA, Bachelor of Business Administration. Ideally, this is only one group, right? Semester, 5th semester, fifth fifth semester. That's all. This is ideally A1. So this is how we actually try to clean the data wherever we are having the data. See here, some actually not mentioned the mobile number. For these type of scenarios, if we really want, what we'll do is we will keep that as a mandatory field. Okay, and in this also, if you take, someone has mentioned in it cap, starting letter capital. Someone has mentioned that full capital, right? So these will become part of, and even someone here see mentioned full name in the first name itself, and last name some other name mentioned. The same thing they have repeated. All these are, and here see, in this particular case, they have given some space before. They have given some space before. Okay, when you are having data in this particular format, sometimes what will happen, you will get incorrect result. Let me try to share some other scenario also before we move into our Power BI. More than Power BI, you need to understand one thing, that before entering any data, or before we start any project, first thing is we need to ensure we are having clean data. If you don't have clean data, what type of problems you will face, I'll show. This is not student marks. Supermarket. This is another table. See, this is a supermarket data. Okay, in this now we are having clean data only, no problem. I will make some changes to the data, then you will understand how it will actually impact. I have given some space over here, Vijayawada some space this side, and Vizag some space, Vijayawada some more spaces, Hyderabad one space. Okay, now you try to filter this. Those who are already aware of Excel, they'll be knowing how to filter. If I filter this, you will not find anything over here, because 1 minute I'll show where it will find difference. Go to the pivot table. City and sales. If I want to calculate some sales, city related sales. See now what happened. Actually, this is Vijayawada only. All these are Vijayawada only. But how many Vijayawadas I got? Almost one, two, three. Three Vijayawadas I got. And How many Hyderabad I got? 1, 2, 3. 3 Hyderabad I got. Visakhapatnam, how many Visakhapatnam I got? 1, 2 Visakhapatnams I got. So this is what, or this is where cleaning becomes very important. But ideally, how many cities are there? Only Vijayawada, Visakhapatnam, and Hyderabad. Because data we did not receive that in a correct format. Now what happened? You got almost 3 cities data. It got split into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cities. Now in Excel, how we'll do is the same thing we can even do in Power BI also. That also I'll show in today's class. We will trim. There is an option called trim in Excel and even Power BI. What this will do is it will trim the data. Just a minute. It will trim the data left side and right side. Not in middle. It will only trim the data left side or right side. Now I am copying over here. Okay, and I'll be deleting this. I am coming to this particular place and refresh. See now. How much difference? Only 3 records. So any project, any visualization project or any IT project, what we actually do in this, the first important step is cleaning the data. Cleaning the data or creating some new columns. Suppose if you take this particular report Excel sheet, in this particular Excel sheet, you might not require all the fields. But when we collect, we will collect all the fields. See, if you take your same example of your attendance. In this attendance, what are the fields I require? Only first name, last name, email, then next degree, roll number, or degree also I might not, if I might not require, I'll even remove this, because all you are from 5th semester only, right? And knowledge in this roll number, registration time, approved time, these columns I got from the Excel, but I might not require when I do any project. Or if I want, okay, out of this, some people have joined at the nth minute after 8 o'clock. Class started at 7 or 7:30, and some joined after 8 o'clock. Or if in any projects, if they want to cross check the delays or anything during that time, they might even require these times. Otherwise, whatever the columns that are required, we'll keep those columns, and whatever columns are not required, we'll remove, so that so much space, okay, whatever that the project or the file takes, that can be minimized. Now, let me take this particular example, supermarket sales. Let me delete over here. Let us try to work on Power BI today. How to open this Power BI? Power BI, if you just type Power BI desktop, I have explained yesterday, right? In Power BI is a data visualization tool, which is of a Microsoft product, and this can be very handy to organizations for making visualizations and for making better decisions for their organization performance. This is what we can, in a simple terms, we can say about the Power BI. Now let us see each and every component of Power BI, how it will be used, what need to be done. Now I am opening one Power BI report. This is an empty Power BI report. In this Power BI report, you will be having, this is a Power BI main page we call. In this Power BI main page, you have different components. Okay, what are the different components? If you see, this is actually used for the first one. This is used for making the visualizations. Whatever, these are the top visuals, whatever we are seeing here, these are visuals. Apart from this, we are having different visuals as well. And this is the tabular form. Whatever the data we actually import, that data will be there in this particular tabular form. And this is the, we call as a Power Pivot or data model. Data model where we'll be using is when you bring more than one table or more than one file into this particular Power BI, then we need to have a join between those tables. Okay, to get information from both the tables. We'll see in our next classes how to do this. But as of now, you try to understand this. This is Power Pivot used for data modeling and for writing formulas as well. Those who are actually well versed with Excel, those who are having knowledge on Excel, they can happily work on the formulas in Power BI. In Power BI, we call that as DAX function, DAX. DAX. The same DAX functions, even you will have in your Excel also. Sum, average, date, time, month, the next concatenate, all these functions, whatever we actually see in Excel, we are going to use this in Power BI also. And you need to understand one thing, that Power BI is an extension of Excel only, with more and more advanced features. In Excel, you might have only, you can have only 10 lakh records. Before we used to have only 65,000, but nowadays we are having around 10 lakh records. But in real time situation, you will be having data in lakhs and lakhs of rows. During that time, Excel cannot actually cannot be that useful. During that, to overcome that particular problem, Power BI, they came up with, Microsoft came with this Power BI as a tool with all those extra features. Okay, now let us try to see how we can import the data into. Importing means bringing data into the system. Bringing data into our Power BI. Let us bring one particular file. See, for bringing the data, what you need to do, you need to click on this get data. And if you click on this get data, you have so many options. Here, this sales, what is this sales? This sales is a comma separated file. Means CSV file. Comma separated means CSV file. Okay, if you click on more, you will get to know more and more information about the import options. Yesterday I have told, right, you can import from Excel, text file or CSV file or folder, PDF, database. And if you see in others, you can get data directly from web also. This we will see in today's and tomorrow classes, how to bring data into Power BI using web application. Or if at all anyone knows Java, or sorry, R script or Python, from that also you can bring. All these are different Google Sheet. If anyone is having Google Sheet, using Google Sheet also they can bring data. Or you can write a blank query, you can write your own query. Databases, SharePoint also you can bring data. Okay, all these are different options. Now let us try to bring one small file which I have shown just now. Just click on this. When you try to import, importing means bringing that Excel file data into our Power BI to make some operation or to do some validations on that and for retrieving some insights from this particular data. Now see, in this what it will do is it will ask based on first row, first 200 rows, based on entire data, do not detect data type. See here, we are having the data, right? This data will be of different data types. Mostly we'll be having three different data types, general three different data types. One is numeric data, second is text data, third is date related data. Okay, in this we are having two options. One option is load and second option is transform data. Now let me click on the load only. Once you load the data, let this get load. Okay, now it got loaded. Once it got loaded, if you click over here, if you click over here, you will get the information. See, invoice ID, branch, invoice ID, branch. How many rows are there? Totally 1000 rows are there. 1000 rows of data we got over here. Okay. So this is how actually we bring data into the system, into Power BI. Once you brought the data into the system, next, what is the next task? If I want to make any new columns, or if I want to remove some columns, or if I want to apply some formulas to any of these columns, all this will become the next part. That next part, what we'll call is the Power Query, where we'll be doing the cleaning part. Now I brought the data into the system. Now I want to clean the data. For cleaning the data, what we can do is at the top, you have this particular option, transform data. You can click on this particular transform data. You can click on this particular transform data. Once you click on this transform data, it will go into see, it will go into the Power Query. This page is called the Power Query. In this Power Query, at the top, you have so many options. See here, transform. In home tab, you have different options. In transform, you have different options. In add columns, you have different options. In view, you have different options. Like that, every this home tab, these different tabs are there, right? Every tab, under every tab you have different icons, and every icon every icon will have some important significance. Now let us see, I'll show one small example. Now branch is there. This branch, sorry, this city I'll take. This city is there. This, in this city you have Hyderabad, Vijayawada, then next Visakhapatnam. Three states are there. Three cities are there. For these three cities, if I want to make them into uppercase, see, I can make this into uppercase. Or if I want to make into lowercase, now suddenly it became lowercase. Or if I want to make into capitalize each word, means starting word. If it is a sentence, in that first sentence, first letter will become capital. Now here in this we are having this as only one word. In that word, first letter became capital. And one more one more beauty with the Power BI is whatever the activities that we are doing, it will be recorded over here. Something like if you are aware of the Excel, in Excel you will be having some macro where you will be recording the step, what steps you need to do. Like that, you can record automatically. System will record all these steps. Okay, all these steps get recorded. You might ask why, what is the use of this? See, suppose in any of the big projects, what will happen is it will be handled by multiple employees, not a single employee. So if today one employee worked on that particular report and he left for the day, after that another employee comes and he need to again work on the report. Happily, by seeing these, okay, what steps are executed, by seeing these steps he can actually start implementing from that point onwards. Otherwise, if I make any changes and nothing is mentioned over here, what will happen? What are the changes that are being made by the previous person will not be known to anyone, right? See this, in this you have an option of count of rows. How many rows are there in this? 1,000 rows are there. And if you observe, there is this first step is called the source. See, if you click on the source, you will get information about from which path this report is taken, or this particular file is taken from which path. I'll show one more scenario over here. Now I will move this. Now I am having this file in day 2, right? What I will do is I will try to move this report. I will move from day 2. I will move to day 1. Now let me try to refresh this report. What will happen? See. This is the refresh option. I am trying to refresh. See now. It is throwing an error saying that could not find the file in this particular path, could not able to find. This how I can say or how I can simulate this with the real time example is, see, when a small kid, okay, he goes to the school, and once he come back, he is pretty sure that his mom will be in kitchen or in the hall. So once that kid comes back comes back home, he will go directly into the kitchen. The next, after, if mom not there in kitchen, he will go and check in the hall. If mom is not there, he will go to the other room. And after checking all these things, what kid will do? He will start screaming. Same thing system is also doing. It is screaming, stating that this file should be at this particular place, but it is not at that particular place. Then what I need to do? I need to just browse where that file is there in day 1. I need to redirect the path. Once I redirect the path, no, data will be back. In real time scenario, okay, that I mentioned with a kid, but in real time scenarios, what will happen is sometimes because of some technical issues in our companies, what we'll do is we will change this from one server to another server, from server to cloud space. When this particular file is available in one server, and if I am moving this file to the cloud environment, then I need to change the source file over here also. Otherwise it will be This report will be expecting this file at the server place, which will not be available, and it will throw an error. Okay, done. Now let us try to work on some of these. This is called the data source settings. See, this is there in this particular place. Now I move to some other place. Data source settings like this. In this particular file you are having n number of how many, see at the bottom you are finding this in this file you are having 17 columns and 999 plus rows, around 1000 rows are there. So in these files, if you want only few data, not all the data, then you have an option called choose columns. You click on this choose columns, whatever the columns that you require. If you don't want invoice ID, okay, branch also if you don't require. Then next, tax don't require. Then next, payment is required, COGS, gross income. If you don't require, we'll remove this particular data. Now whatever the data that we actually require, only that data is only available. And you are at this particular city, and if you want to go to some file, just click on this file. Now you'll move to the file, something like a control G, which we use in our Excel, PowerPoint, or in Word. Control G means going to that particular. So this choose column will be helpful for if you are having 100 plus rows. Okay, 100 plus rows. Then in that 100 plus rows, we might not require all 100 plus rows in our real-time analysis. We might require only 30-40 rows. Sorry, 30-40 columns only. Those 30-40 columns only I will keep. Remaining all I will uncheck. This is one way of selecting. And we have used this choose column, right? Same thing we can even do. Now I am selecting all these things. Same thing you can use like remove columns. Whatever the columns that you don't require, right? You can remove those columns. That is the reason, see, select column also is showing removed other columns only. If you want to remove the other columns, what you can do is you can select those column, select column, remove column. Otherwise, you can select these columns manually also. Product price, the next total. See this, I am selecting, and by clicking on the by selecting this control in your keyboard, I can select this like this and right click remove columns. I can right click and remove columns also, or I can use this particular option also. If you want to, I am removing this. I'll tell the significance of that. If you want to keep only these two rows, remove all the other rows. You will select these two rows and you select these two rows and remove other columns. See now, only you got these two columns. And after doing some action, you find that you found that you have done something wrong. Then how you can recover that back is by using this in this apply steps. For every step what we do, no, there is a into mark over here. If you click on this into mark, no, it will reverse whatever the action you have done. See now, in this invoice ID I don't require, branch I don't require, unit price, quantity, this I don't required. Unit price I kept, quantity also I kept as it is for our analysis sake. COGS I don't require. Gross bridge don't require. Gross income don't require. The next rating also don't require. I'll select right click I can do using this remove column option over here also. Otherwise, right click this, gone. Okay, and there is an option of keeping top rows, bottom rows, range of rows, keep duplicate, keep errors, or remove duplicate. All these are different options. I will not go into all the aspects. If you want to keep only top 100, then I will select this keep 100, top 100, then I will mention 100. Then what will happen? You will have only 100 rows. All the remaining 900 rows got deleted because I mentioned I want only the 100 rows. Again, I have removed this in this applied steps. Okay. Same way, if you want to do any sorting, if you want to do now Hyderabad, Vijayawada like this, right? If you want to do any sorting, you can apply this sorting by now all this Hyderabad, this sorting by this one. Next, sorting by see. Now Hyderabad as it is there. And now I am doing the group sorting. In Excel, we'll do right group sorting like that. In Hyderabad, again, member, member, and some other normal, whatever are there, you will get those details. Afterwards, again, if you want to do one more level of sorting, you can do as well. Multiple sortings. Hyderabad sorted in that M. First is M. After that, female. F is first. Afterwards, you will get male information. In male, female, and male. So like that, you can do sorting in any of the forms. If you want to do sorting this in ulta form, Z to A, normal, N. What are there in this? Actually, member, normal. So first will be member, second is normal. Member, normal, M, N. Now, because I have done ulta, you got N and M. Like this, you can do sorting using this particular option, or you can do sorting by clicking over here also. At this, you are finding one, see this, one down arrow, right? You are finding one down arrow, right? You can actually select that particular down arrow, and also you can do that particular thing. See here, down arrow sorting, ascending, descending. And in this also you have one more option of filtering the data. Filtering the data using in Excel, like how you are having equal to, does not equal to, begin with, or even you in this also, I want only Hyderabad data. I have filtered only Hyderabad. So you will find only Hyderabad data, remaining data are unchecked. Now I am selecting all. So you will get all the data. Like that, in even you can do from this particular split option. See, change type, fill, move. Okay, in this you don't have that option, sorting you can do from this particular point or this particular point. Two ways you can do the sorting. And next, you might ask split. Next option is split. If I want to split the data, see here, split the data. Splitting also, you are having so many options: by delimiter, by number, by position, by lower to upper, upper to lower, digit to non-digit, non-digit to digit. All these are different options. Let me try to show for some scenarios. By delimiter, now in this particular scenario, our delimiter is space, health, space, and space, beauty. So delimiter, means what is the option that we are actually using between the two words. Sometimes I might use Sometimes I might use, let us take dd/mm/yy. Why? Means slash is the delimiter over here. Otherwise, sometimes what we'll write dd/mm/yy. So hyphen is a delimiter. And in Aadhaar card, when anyone is writing their Aadhaar card, it will be of 12 digit, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, something. So in this case, hyphen is a delimiter. Okay. So in this, as we don't have any other options in this, we are considering this hash, some space as delimiter, and we are trying to split this. Now see what happened. After health, it got split. After beauty, after end, it got split. And after beauty, it got. Okay. Like this, we can actually split if we really require in any of the scenarios. In Power BI, you have an option of now you are having this. I have done split on the product line. If I want to merge this into single line, there is an another option called merge. See this merge. I'll click on this merge space. I will give the space, and for this merge, I will mention product line. Now what happened? It got merged. I have split, and again I merged the data. Like this, there are multiple options. You see, you have this split step as well. If you have the change type as well, you have the merge also. Like that, whatever the steps we do, every step will be recorded over here. In this home, like that, we have split option. In split also, see, lowercase to uppercase. Lowercase to uppercase. I am using this particular option. Otherwise, upper to lower, because it is starting with the H, right? H capital, H capital, H capital. So I will be using uppercase to lowercase. See now, after H, everything moved into the next column. Now again, let me merge this one more time by giving space and product underscore line. See here, because I have given space, it has taken space also in between. But in this particular scenario, you don't actually require space. H and remaining thing, you don't require space. So I'll not keep anything. I will only mention product underscore line. See now, it automatically got. Now, before we discuss one concept, right? If I want to make into uppercase, lowercase, and if I want to make that as a capitalized case, see now, health and beauty, food and beverages. So each word now it start with the capital word. Otherwise, and one more scenario, if you sometimes we have seen, right, there is some space, and if I have space in Excel, I have used trim operation. In the same way, let me try to create a space to this particular health and beauty. Now there is an option called replace. Okay, if you want to replace any values, you can replace option. Now I have replaced this. See now, If you refresh, here it is not showing. It is showing, it is pretending that it looks like everything correct. But if you click on this, see how much space is there. How we can actually do this is, there is an option called trim. In this transform option, there is an option called trim. See, trim. When I do this trim and when I click this, see now the trim is gone. Now one more scenario I'll show. Electronic accessories. I am copying this again. I am replacing. This replacing option is helpful when you want to replace any data, old data with the new data. Now again I have used this electronic accessories. If you select this word, this much. After this, there is a gap of this much. Now again I will redo this trim operation. Trim. Now if you select this, whenever you are doing the project, for any of the values, using this trim option in the initial stage itself is very handy. Why? Because when we are doing any manual copyings from here to there is a high level chances of some empty spaces or some different spaces. Okay, so to overcome that, we can actually use this trim operation. And one more thing you need to understand, this trim, whatever we are doing, it will do only as the trailing or leading. In between, see, home and lifestyle, between home and lifestyle there is some gap. Home and end, you have a gap. And lifestyle, you have a gap. These gaps, trim will not do anything. Only home, before home, if anything is there, that it will be corrected. After lifestyle, if at all any space is there, means trailing and leading spaces only be handled by trim. In between the words, it will not do any trim. That you need to make that point very clear. You need to understand that. In home tab, see, remove, see this. This is one more option. Use first row as header, use header as first row. Sometimes what will happen, whenever we get data, whenever we are bringing text data or some other data, what will happen is, in the header only you have the city, customer type and other thing. But sometimes what will happen is, in row number 1, you will have the city and other details. When you get like that, no, you need to push that to the header level. See, I'll show that. Now I am trying to push the header to the first line. See now what happened. Already, see, already by mistake I have typed this promoted header. So Hyderabad, normal, female, everything, it went to the header level. That is actually wrong. I am trying to bring this down. Use header as first row. Use first row as header. Use header as first row. Now I am taking that. See now what happened. Whatever the columns are there at the top, it moved to the first row. Header details move down by one step. Now, if I want to again take that back, what I can do? Use first row as header. When I click on this, use first row as header, it actually moved to the first row. Okay, this is one more step. All these are part of the data cleaning process, either creating a new row, or see here I have changed this. See, food and beverages, I have changed this into different case, right? All these you can use this particular home option. In the same way, in this particular transform also, you have the split option. Split here also you have, format option also you have, extract also you have. Okay, all these are different options. Now let's try to see other options with respect to date. Now in this, if you want to see the month information or year information or some date information, there is a date option in this. See, click on this date, year. If you click year, you will get the year. Okay, now at this point you need to understand this particular date option, time option is available in transform as well as in add column also. See, here also you have these options: format, extract, statistics, date, time, duration, everything you are having in add column and you are having in transform also. You might ask, sir, why we require this in both the places? Now you just observe the change. Now transform, I am doing this, I have selected the year. So in this particular scenario, what happened is the entire, whatever the date field is there, that itself got replaced with the year column. Okay, so now I don't have the year date column detail. But if my customer say that I want the date column as it is, along with that I want year column, month column separately, then what is the other option is, first let me try to move this. See, now I have this date, right? I am moving this to the end. Now see, now this date column is moved to the last column. Now you just observe. Now I am selecting this date column. In this date column, select year. Now what happened? You observe date column is as it is. Year column also newly created. This is the difference between transform and add column. In transform, what will happen is the original column itself will get replaced with the new requirement. But in add column, the original column will be as it is and new columns will get created. See, now I want to create month. If I want to create the month, I will get the month number. Same thing, if I want to create the month name, I have even the name of the month option also. Name of the month option also. See, name of the month, July. And same way, quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter of the year. And when you are talking about this quarter of year, then next there is one more option called week. Week of the year, week of the month. If you take week of the year, it is 28th week. Means in that particular year, today we are into which particular week. It will display that one. And if you take week of the month. So in this particular month, which week, second week, third week, or fourth week, or first week, those details it will print. In the same way, if you want to get age, you will get the age. See here, you got this age in some numbers. When you want to have this age in years, in duration, you have the option. See, total years. If I mention total years, it is 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. Or if I mention this age in months, where is months? No, I think it got in months only. Now total years, if you take, you got this total years. Same way, you even got in hours, days, hours, minutes. All these are the different permutations. You can get the age details. If you want to get in years, you can get, or if you want to get in days, you can get, or in hours, if you want, you can get. Right? This is another option. Total years, total days. And okay, yeah, one more thing I want to mention over here. If you take this particular date, as per the Indian financial system, we will be having quarter, in any of the year you will be having 4 quarters, right? Quarter one, quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four. 4 quarters we are having, right? QUAR. Can you type in the chat our financial year, when our financial year start and when it will end? Can you type in the chat? In India, when our financial system will start and when it ends? Yes, please. Okay, it is going to end in March, or it is going to start in March? Okay, super, super. April to March. It is not April 1st. It is not April 31st. It is from April 1st to 31st March. Super, 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 super. Okay, this is in India. In India, it is from April 1st. April 1st to March 31st. April 1st of, if we take this particular year, this particular financial year, it will be from April 1st to March 31st, 2025. So if we take quarter one, April, May, June, right? And if we take quarter two, July, August, September. Quarter three, October, November, December. What is quarter four then? Jan, Feb, March. Okay, this is in our India, these are our quarter system. Quarter one is April to June, quarter two is July to September, quarter three October to December, quarter four January to February. But across the world, across globe, if you observe, it will be from, in USA, if you are doing a Indian project, then you will be writing a formula like quarter one is from April to June, then next quarter two July to September, quarter three October to December, quarter four January to March. But in USA, if you are working on USA project, then for them, what is a financial year? In USA, what is a financial year? January to December. Super. In USA and other countries, it is from January to December. So January to December means your quarter system, whatever we are following in India, will not be suitable in USA, or whatever the quarter formula they are following, it is not suitable to India. So based upon our projects, we need to write a logic for changing these quarters. Okay, done. In next, by 8:15, I'll close, Shekhar. I am in between the topic. That's the reason I'm continuing. Okay. After this, I will stop. This is one. Quarter wise, there will be a change, and weekend. Weekend also there will be a specific role. See, why we actually discuss about weekend is in any of the sales projects or in any of the supermarkets, more sales will happen during the weekends only. So they will do more promotional activities during weekends. So in India and other countries, what will be the weekend? What will be the weekend? Saturday and Sunday are our weekends. But is this true across the globe? No, it is not. Weekend in Dubai and Saudi, if you take, for them it is weekend is Friday and Saturday. Most important thing is when you are Saudi Arabia, right? Saudi Arabia. When you are doing any project in your future, when you do for any project, you need to understand to which country it belongs to. When you are doing any date related activities, you need to understand this particular scenario. Okay, to which country I am doing. Accordingly, my quarter logic need to change and my weekend logic need to change. Okay, so those activities we will see in our tomorrow's class. Tomorrow's class we will be doing some more data cleaning activities. I will bring some more data to show you how differently we will get the data and how to clean the data. Then we'll move into some other topic. Okay. And I will keep this chat open for another 6 minutes. Whatever doubts you are having, no, you can put in the chat. I'll respond. I'll be waiting for next 10 minutes also. Those who are actually staying in hostels and those who want to rush to your canteens, they can leave. Others, if at all any doubts are there, we can continue. Otherwise, we can wind up our class by 8:15. Whatever doubts you are having, you can ask. Fatima, what happened today? You are silent. Yesterday you are answering so many things. Today you are silent. Are you there? Yes, sir. You didn't ask any questions today. Okay, good. If everyone is understanding, then it's good. Otherwise, if you are having if you are having any doubts also, you can put in chat. Otherwise also you can share your questions to Chandrasekhar sir. Okay, I will take from him and I'll respond to those questions. That is also okay for me. Okay. It is applicable to all the students who attended for today's class. More than how many are there? More than 35 are there, right? Everyone, those who are having any doubts and hesitant to ask over here, you can put your questions and share to Chandrasekhar sir. Okay. I can respond. I can take from Chandrasekhar sir, and I can respond to those answers. But try to be regular, because at the last day I am going to give MCQ test. Okay. So based upon all these 10-hour session only, I am going to frame those questions. So if you are having any doubts, you can ask without hesitating. I am there here to support you guys only. Don't hesitate. డోంట్ హెసిటెంట్. ఎవరు హెసిటెంట్ అవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే కనుక శేఖర్ సార్కి మీరు షేర్ చేయండి. నేను శేఖర్ సార్ దగ్గర తీసుకుని నేను రెస్పాండ్ అవుతాను. ओके, जैसे ही अगर किसी को डाउट्स कुछ है तो शेखर सर से शेयर कर लीजिए, एंड मैं शेखर सर से लेके मैं आंसर्स आपको दे देता हूँ नेक्स्ट डे के क्लास में. डन. I think Shekhar, everyone were clear with today's concepts. You can take questions from your students. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. So
Okay,
we can
see
wind
this-
up. Sorry.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
minute.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. See, students, everyone, this is completely a job oriented related. So if you know Power BI, and after this particular course, whatever is going to complete, after this, you can officially keep your certificate like you're trained on Power BI, and you can start applying for the positions, whatever the internships and other things are there, you can apply for that. So that is why take this particular course seriously, and whatever doubts you have and whatever the queries you're getting, as usual, what we discuss in the classroom, think from a business perspective. You are not a BA student, you are BBA students, and you're paying huge when compared to BA students. So think from business perspective, not just as a classrooms. Whatever is said, it should be from the business perspective only. Your thinking should be, that should be very much clear. That's all. Okay. So any queries, anything are there, keep asking, keep posting. If today you gone through all the material and content, and tomorrow, as you make some points, tomorrow if you have any doubts, at the starting of the session itself, start asking, so that the doubts will be cleared and we move to the next topics as usual. Okay.
And
Yes.
Shekhar sir, before closing my session, I just want to understand from your students, how many of your students are having laptop to do practice at home? Okay. Why? Because if they are having laptops at home, and those who are serious, in taking this as a career option, Power BI as a career option, no, for them even I can share the document how to actually install Power BI in their systems, and how to create user ID. Okay, so that no, whatever I am teaching over here, I will share this Excel also to the students. So that will be very handy for them to practice as well.
Yes.
Okay, so I just want to understand how many are having laptop or desktop with them.
Okay.
Accordingly, we can plan installation, how to do installation. Otherwise, what I'll do now, I will try to create a video of this installation process, and I'll share, so that you can share that to your students. They can watch that video and they can install.
Sure.
Okay.
Done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye to
Thank you all.
everyone. Good night.
Good night. I'll be sharing the, as usual, like in the last class I shared, I'll be sharing the document. It will be available for 1 hour. Fill that Google form, whatever you learned immediately. And after class, you can leave for your lunch, dinner. Okay. Thank you all. Good night.
Thank you all. Good night.
Other people, whoever has not joined, is CR available? ఉందా మా సిఆర్లు ఇద్దరు ఉన్నారా లేరా అసలు
ఎస్ సార్
ఉన్నారా మిగతా వాళ్ళు ఎవరెవరు జాయిన్ కాలేదో నీకు తెలుసు కదా లిస్ట్ లోపల చూసుకో స్క్రీన్ లోపల ఎవరెవరు మెంబర్స్ ఉన్నారో పార్టిసిపెంట్ డీటెయిల్స్ ఉంటాయి ఎవడెవడు రాలేదు అసలు ఎందుకు రావట్లేదు వాళ్ళ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ఏంటి బికాజ్ యూ పీపుల్ వెంట్ టు విసి మేడం రిగార్డింగ్ ద సేమ్ రైట్ సో మేక్ నోట్ ఎందుకు రాలేదన్నది నువ్వు క్లారిఫికేషన్ తీసుకుని అదే హెచ్ఓడి మేడంకి ఇచ్చేసేయి రైట్ టుమారో వీ హ్యావ్ ఎ క్లాస్ విల్ డిస్కస్ నువ్వు కూడా రాలేవు కాలేజ్కి సిఆర్
Okay. Chaliye, bye. Shekhar,
Right.
I am winding this Zoom. Okay.
యా షూర్ Right.
Okay. Chalo, bye. Bye. Good night, everyone. Bye.
ఎస్